Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp as we once again have a look at some of the games coming out for the Switch in this upcoming week. In terms of dates, we'll be going from the 25th of March up until the 31st to see if there's anything coming out that's worth your time and money. So which games are coming out for the Switch this week? Well, let's find out. So the first game coming out this week then is MLB The Show 23. This is the second iteration of the franchise to release on the Switch after last year's edition, and this one promises expanded commentary and in-game presentation, new external views of the stadiums, and more detail to uniforms and equipment. There are over 26 new MLB legends, bringing the total to over 180 for you to collect and build your team, and there is franchise mode, which now includes the new MLB postseason format, schedule, and more CBA updates. As well as this, it includes cross-platform play with cross-progression, allowing you to continue your progress on other consoles. Now, I know very little about baseball, so please do feel free to add any details or key information in the comment section that may help any interested buyers, but this one is out on the 28th for £49.99 or your regional equivalent. Then we have Kraino Origins, an eerie adventure which takes place in a world where monsters, ghouls, ghosts and skeletons are the inhabitants. It describes itself as a fast-paced action platformer with 8 tough-as-nails levels to navigate and bosses to fight. You'll find collectibles to upgrade your magic and health, and will also be finding a slew of powerful weapons to help you on your quest. I do like the vibrant colour palette, lots of oranges, greens and purples on show, and it's also out on the 28th and it will cost you £10.79. Also this week we have Pirates Outlaws, which is a roguelike deck builder with a papercraft art style. You'll face many challenges on your expedition, so you'll need to build your card deck to become the most reputed pirate. You'll be navigating dangerous seas, defeating any outlaw in your way, and challenging their masters in tense combat. There are 3 game modes, each with unique rules, 16 heroes with unlockable skins, more than 700 cards and 200 relics, and over 150 outlaws and more than 60 bosses. It also includes all of the free updates released since the game's original launch, and I do really like that papercraft art style in any game it's used in. I think it looks very charming. This releases on the 29th and it will sell for £15.49 or your regional equivalent. Then we have Saga of Sins, which is an action-adventure game with a really intriguing stained glass aesthetic. You play as a cleric named Cecil who can enter people's minds by transforming into 4 unique, demonic creatures to fight the 7 deadly sins plaguing the inhabitants of the village. Each of the 4 creatures has their own abilities and you can switch between them on the fly, and there are 31 minds to enter, and as well as those sinner levels, there are also innocent minds to explore which are more puzzle based. It does sound interesting and I love to see a game with a more unique art style. This one will cost £17.99. The next release is Gripper, a story-driven action game with boss fights on wheels. You are a cyber biker racing through a post-apocalyptic world, exploring dead lands with the help of your mechanical cat. The blurb says you'll need to ride, slide and dodge as you master the Gripper's unique bike movement and combat mechanics, and control the battlefield with your bike's hook. You'll be rewarded with new special abilities for each encounter, and you can customise your bike too. This one is out on the 29th and it costs £17.99. The next release is The Last Worker, which describes itself as an immersive narrative adventure centred around a lone worker's last stand in an increasingly automated world. You play as Kurt, who works for the world's largest retailer, who is forced to choose between capitalism and activism when a group of activists ask him to dismantle the corporation from the inside. It features a full cast of voice actors, including Jason Isaacs, amongst others, and it is releasing on the 30th of March for £15.99, but you can get 20% off of that price up until launch.
Which technically makes us larger. Millions of miles of boxes, each containing a dream come true. At Youngle, we deliver the future, except we...
Next we have DREDGE, and this one really has caught my attention, I must say. You captain a fishing trawler needing to explore a collection of remote islands and the surrounding depths to see what lies below. You can outfit your boat with better equipment to trawl deep sea trenches, finding treasures and complete quests to gain access to new abilities. The part that interests me though is that it seems that there is a more sinister undercurrent to the game, with the mention of what the night brings and the unfathomable creatures that may be hidden under the surface, giving this a potential Lovecraftian feel, which is a great twist on what already sounded like an interesting idea. There is a demo to try which is good, and it officially releases on the 30th and it will sell for £21.99. Following on from that is LUNARK, which is a cinematic platformer inspired by the classics of the 90s, such as Out of This World or Another World depending on your region, and of course Flashback. You play as Leo, a courier with unique abilities, and will be running, jumping, rolling and shooting your way through a number of environments, overcoming traps, solving puzzles, earning upgrades and battling enemy droids. It's a sci-fi story as you would expect with the games it's inspired by, and on that note it also includes rotoscoped cutscenes. This releases on the 30th and it will cost £17.99, but you can get 10% off of that price up until the 5th of April. The penultimate game for the week is Assault Suit Valken Declassified, which is a mech shooter, and as soon as I saw the screenshots I was about to say it really reminded me of the Super Nintendo game Cybernator. I then went on to read the blurb though and realised that that is because this is the original version of what was then released as Cybernator. Apparently Assault Suit Valken was censored and edited back in 1992 and then released as the game you may well know as Cybernator, and this declassified release is the first time the game has been translated into English in all its glory. As well as the game itself, there is a digital recreation of the game's original 80-page guidebook, there is some concept art, save states and unlockable cheats. Just on that, I used to love discovering cheat codes back in the day. Do you remember when the video game magazines had the cheat pages with a load of codes on and you'd scan the page to see if you owned any of the games and then try them out? Good times. Anyway, this will cost £14.99 or your regional equivalent. And finally for the week we have Blade Assault, a 2D action roguelike platformer. It says here that the game features tight responsive controls and a cast of charming characters, and playable characters have transformable weapons, and these can be further customised by different cores and transform upgrades. It's been quite a heavy week for pixel art games, but again I do like the use of colour, lots of neon to shape what I'm assuming will be a dystopian setting. This is out on the 31st and it will cost £15.19 or your regional equivalent. So there you have it, another week of Nintendo Switch releases. Do any of these games interest you? Please do let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget, if you are looking for eShop credit to pick up any of these games or anything else for that matter, you can get your eShop cards via our website switchup.gg. Doing so really does help the channel out, so thank you to anyone that does this. There is currently a 5% discount available if you use the code SwitchUp. There's also a code down there to Play Asia. Again, if you want to get yourself any imports, use the link, use the code down there, and you can also save yourself 5% from them. A quick thank you to our patrons and our channel members of course for your continued support, and to each and every one of you for watching our videos. Take care, and until next time, happy gaming.